Oh my god. So sorry, guys. I got to record my chapter of Fly Me Home yesterday. I know for some of you, it's the only thing keeping you going. So today, there will be 2 chapters uploaded. First one. Star Wars themed. Me, hat, t-shirt, lightsaber, and of course, cuddly porg. Anyway, chapter 5. There were piles and piles of things lining the walls in every direction. But there was no sign of the old man. Hello? I called down the corridor. But my voice sounded little, as though it had been absorbed by all the things and couldn't get through. But then, in answer, there was a large crash from the sitting room. Dog began to bark. As I opened the door, he rushed up to me, sniffed my hand, and then bounded back to the old man. He was lying on the floor, unmoving. Dog rushed back and forth between us as though trying to tell me, this way, this way. I knelt down next to the old man. His eyes were closed and he lay ever so still, as though he was sleeping, only without snoring. I knelt down next to the old man. Are you all right? Can you hear me? I said. There was the smallest flicker of movement beneath the old man's eyelid. A twitch. I'll get help, I said. Try not to move. Sorry, you're falling. Pay attention. Porgs these days, eh? I started to stand up, but just then the old man's eyes flew open and he spoke. No help, he said. No help. It can't be helped. It really can't. But are you all right? I asked. Can you get up? The old man took a deep breath and tried to move, but he winced with pain and stopped straight away. I don't suppose you could give me one of those acorns, could you? He said, pointing to my bulging pocket. I passed him one of the bigger ones. He held it tightly, whispering to himself. And after that, he was able to roll onto his side and stand up. He stretched his arms out wide, making the branches hanging from the ceiling beside him dance. That's better, he said. The acorn fixed you, I said. It stopped the pain, for a tidbit. But how does it... How do the things do that? I've been able to make things happen, the old man said, smiling to himself a little. Yeah. You needed things to happen, and so they happened. But the room felt like it was spinning, rotating on its axis, turning upside down. You were the one who found the things because you needed them. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, I finished for him. Well, yes, said the old man. It really is that simple. And then he started rummaging through his things as he had done the first time I was there. What are you looking for? I asked him. But he ignored the question and instead passed me a shoebox from one of the piles. It was stuffed with conkers and leaves and feathers and twigs, all jumbled up together. I wasn't sure what it was he wanted me to do, but I started to look through the box and divide things into piles, as I'd seen him do, covering the floor with even more stuff. I paused over one of the conkers. It looked a bit different from the others, although I couldn't say exactly why it was. It was roughly the same shape, size, and colour, but there was something that marked it out as unlike from the rest. I turned it over in my fingers, examining it for the moment. It almost seemed to glow. Although it wasn't glowing, of course, but it felt as though it was glowing. Yes, that's the one, said the old man, and he plucked the conker from my hand. One what? A wonder. One that will work, he replied. He placed the conker in one of the glass jars and then tucked the jar behind some of the other boxes out of sight. I carried on looking through the box the old man had given me. Again, for some reason I couldn't explain, I stopped to examine one of the feathers. It didn't have any particular markings, but there was something about it that marked it as different. Like the conker, it seemed to give off its own light in a way that I couldn't exactly see, though I could feel it. And another, cried the old man, and he whisked the feather away from me, squirreling it away. You got an ear for this. Those are the ones that have power. The magic ones, I said finally, when the old man had taken another feather I'd been lingering over. The wonders, he corrected me. But how do I see it? How do I know that? How many times do I have to tell you? Because you need it, he said. You need it, and so it needs you. The magic wants to be wanted and used. It calls out to you because it knows you'll use it. And you need it too, I asked. I think that's fairly obvious, said the old man. Suddenly he looked very small among all the things that surrounded him. I am trying, he went on, to do something quite splentacular. All of a sudden he stopped talking and sniffing something in the air, turned to a corner of the room and started burrowing amidst the boxes to retrieve something. What are you trying to do? I asked. The old man didn't bother answering, but I didn't ask again. I had realised by now that he would answer me eventually if I waited. It was when he was lining up a bundle of twigs that the reply came. He looked right at me, with his brown, bright eyes, as though seeing me for the very first time. I am trying to fly, he told me. My gosh, it just gets more and more exciting, doesn't it? Anyway, I'll upload another one later on today. Stay safe, stay happy, stay curious, and may the force be with you. Yeah!